live from your drama-free true crime destination. This is Verdict Watch from BETHEA'S BYTE Reloaded. And welcome back to Verdict Watch on this Wednesday evening. Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. So good to have you here. Earlier I was on with the verdict in the investigative report of murder trial. Robert Telles was found guilty of first-degree murder using a deadly weapon on an elderly man and 60 years and over. So those mitigating circumstances weighed heavily as far as the penalty phase was concerned. After 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 25 seconds, the jury came back with a recommendation, as you see on the graphic here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. They came back with a sentence of life imprisonment with a possibility of parole after 20 years. Life imprisonment with a possibility of parole after 20 years, which means he may be eligible for parole. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get it unless he opens his mouth and say, "Yes, I did," and may even have to go into detail as to how he did it. Anyway, getting all the details together, courtesy of my good friends here at Court TV. Hold for just a moment. All right, here's what we know. As far as the initial verdict goes, after nearly 12 hours of deliberation, that's nearly 12 hours over 3 days, a Las Vegas jury has found former Clark County Public Administrator Robert Telles guilty of the murder of veteran journalist Jeff German. Telles was arrested on September 7, 2022, 5 days after a neighbor found German's body outside his Las Vegas home. The 69-year-old victim, who was an investigative reporter for over 40 years, had suffered multiple stab wounds. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police were able to locate surveillance video of a possible suspect from a nearby home security camera. A person in a large straw sun hat and orange safety jacket was spotted walking to and from German's house. Police also spotted a maroon Yukon Denali as the possible suspect's vehicle. According to Telles' arrest report, an SUV of that make, model, and color was registered to Telles' wife. Investigators obtained a warrant to search Telles' home and car, along with permission to take a DNA sample. Prosecutors say a straw hat that had been cut into pieces was found in Telles' home, along with a bloody sneaker that resembled the suspect's footwear. Telles' DNA was reportedly under the victim's fingernails. Now, I mentioned this earlier that during cross-examination and during the trial, he tried denying that he didn't do it when just like we just mentioned here, that the DNA was found his DNA was found under the victim's fingernails. How did it get there? He's on the witness stand saying he didn't know, but he didn't do it. Okay. Prosecutors believe that Telles, who's now 47, killed German because he was upset over articles German wrote for the Las Vegas Review-Journal about Telles' alleged inappropriate relationship with a female staffer. Other Telles staffers also came forward to tell German about their hostile work environment, which he detailed in his reporting. Telles also lost the next election, which prosecutors point to as an additional motive. He pled not guilty to open murder, and still maintains the fact that he was framed and that evidence against him was planted by both police and prosecutors. Tellers has been held without bail at the Clark County Detention Center since his arrest nearly 2 years ago. Now, that may be exactly where he's headed for the rest of his natural life, unless, as I mentioned earlier, he can admit to his guilt. So basically, Robert Tellers is done. Justice is served. Now let's see what's he gonna do during his time in prison, and how long he'll stay there. He's eligible for parole after 20 years. But like I said, doesn't necessarily mean he'll get it. So one more time to recap: Robert Tellers, a former politician in the state of Nevada, found guilty of killing Las Vegas Review-Journal investigative reporter Jeff Garriman over 2 years ago. Now he is sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 20 years. I'll have more information this weekend, along with a bunch of other cases as well this weekend in BETHEA'S BYTE Reloaded. Again, I'm Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw. Thank you so much for joining me here at Verdict Watch, and I will see you this weekend. Until then, you all know what to do. Bye. For more information on all you've seen here, be sure to follow BETHEA'S BYTE Reloaded all over social media. This has been Verdict Watch from BETHEA'S BYTE Reloaded.